Alright guys, so I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for not being able to post over the weekend. I kind of got a little bit busy with a lot of different stuff, so hopefully this is going to make it up to you. This is a really neat mentalism trick, and this one's pretty simple, but I'm obviously going to be going into a little bit more advanced tutorials later on for mentalism and stuff like that. And I'm also going to be posting more tutorials for flourishes, so obviously I already have the spring uploaded, so if you want to see a tutorial for that, you can, link on the screen, and I'm going to be getting into more of that stuff. So hopefully you guys like the trick, and here it is. So you can see I shuffle up the deck. It's pretty random. I can go ahead and have you shuffle it up too if you are here, but you're not, so I'll go ahead and mix it up, you know, the normal deal. So from this point, you can actually just pick any card in the deck. So go ahead, choose any one. So let's say you picked this one straight from the middle. It doesn't matter which one it is, but for this trick, I especially do not want to see which card it is. So I'll show you, but I don't want to see it. Okay, I don't know if you guys got it. Hopefully you did. I'm pretty sure you did. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get your card lost. Okay, we're going to place it on top of the deck, and I want you to cut it anywhere you like. So let's say here and there. So you can see your card is in the middle of the deck. I have no breaks whatsoever, so it is in there. If you want, you can go ahead and just cut the cards. Again, go ahead, you can keep doing it. Okay, just make sure your card's, you know, lost in there and whatnot. Alright, so from here, we're pretty much ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the cards face up on the table so you can see them, okay? So I'm going to have you stick your finger over the deck just like this, okay? Now, let's pretend that this is going to be your hand and this hand over here is mine. Okay, so here's your hand. I want you to point at the deck, and I'm going to take my other hand. I'm going to grab your wrist, feeling your pulse. Now, what I should be able to do is to go over each of the cards like this, and by feeling your pulse, I actually should be able to feel the difference and actually find your cards. So it looks like your card happened to be the 4 of clubs. Alright guys, so that is the trick. Hopefully you liked it, and obviously don't forget to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, so here's how you're going to be able to do the trick. So obviously you saw, you know, it's pretty basic, but the ending principle, you know, like the pulse and everything, it's got a really nice effect to it, and generally the spectators are going to really be amazed by this effect. I've done this a couple of times, and you know, this is always going to get you pretty decent reactions. So here's the a few things I'm going to be going over. The biggest thing here is a key card. So this is pretty much a beginner's trick, but I am going to be going over into, like I said, more advanced tutorials for different mentalism type tricks. So this one is going to be dealing with the key card, so pretty simple. This is great for beginners, and here's how you're going to be able to do it. So you can have the spectator shuffle up the deck, because they're going to pick any card. It doesn't really matter. So let's just say the spectator will go through the deck, and they pick any random card. Now, for this trick, you're not going to be able to see which card they pick. So throughout the trick, you're not going to know until the very end. So you're going to show this to the spectators, and now for the video purposes, let's say it is the Ace of Diamonds. So the spectator is going to be holding on to the Ace of Diamonds, and now what you're going to do is you're obviously just going to tell them, okay, so you picked any random card in the deck, you know, you shuffled the pack, so it's completely random. And now as you say that, you're going to do a swing cut, or a swivel cut, I mean. And basically, you're just going to be, this is going to be a quick tutorial for this, but you're going to be holding the deck up with your thumb at the bottom and your 2 fingers at the top. This is going to be your middle and your ring. Stick those up here, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take your pointer of your left hand, and you're going to just stick it halfway here, break off a portion of the deck by applying pressure in this direction. So you're holding the deck vertical, your front finger pushes forward half the deck, and now what you're able to do is catch a glance at this card. So in this case, it's the 7 of hearts. Now all you're going to do is swing it over with your left hand into your palm, place the deck on top, and now what you've done is you've actually got a glance at the bottom card, which is now the 7 of hearts. So one more time, you do your little swing, your swivel cut, and you peel off half the deck. You look at it, you say, okay, that's Jack of Diamonds. Swivel it. You're going to pivot around this middle finger, cut the deck boom, you already know the bottom card. So this bottom card is now going to be your key card. So from this point, the spectator has their card, you have no idea what it is, but you know the bottom card is the Jack of Diamonds, which is your key card. And here goes the spectators. You tell them, go ahead and put it on top of the deck, and I want you to just cut it anywhere you like. So you have the spectator just cut the deck, and now what you've just done is you've had them put the Jack of Diamonds directly on top of their card. So now you know that the Jack of Diamonds is right on top of their card. So pretty simple, now you know where their card is at any time in the deck. Now what you can do from this point is just go ahead and you can say, okay, let's go ahead and mix up the deck. Let's just cut it a few times. You don't really want to do too much shuffling because you don't want those cards to separate. You don't want the key card to separate from the spectator selection. And when you cut the deck, you want to cut it only in halves. So you take off half the deck, put it on the table. You don't want to take half the deck, and then you don't want to take another third and then put it down and then complete the cut. You only want it in halves. And from this point, you should be pretty safe. Here's a way of checking yourself. If you look at the bottom and your key card is on the bottom, just go ahead and cut the deck one more time. Okay, but obviously the key card isn't on the bottom, and it'll be pretty rare if it is. So from this point, you're ready to go. So you've told the spectators their card is lost in the deck, and you're just going to go ahead and spread them real quickly. So you go ahead and you just do a ribbon spread, and you spread the cards nicely so the spectators can see all of the cards. And now what you're going to do is you're going to look for that Jack of Diamonds, and if you see it, it's right here. And directly to the right of that Jack of Diamonds is the spectator selection, which is the Ace of Diamonds. So at this point in the trick, you already know what card they picked. So you're going to take what you're going to tell them is you're going to say, okay, go ahead and give me one hand and put out your pointing finger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to feel your pulse, and you're going to do a little demonstration for them using your own hand so they're, not confused. And you say, you're going to put your finger over each of the cards, and I'm going to put my hand right here, feeling your pulse. And as I go over each card, I'm going to be able to tell which one is yours just by feeling your pulse. And this is a really awesome way to connect with your spectators. It creates a whole much more depth to your magic trick, obviously. And all around, it's going to be really awesome. So you have them take their hand, put their finger over any of the cards. You take your other hand, you put it right over kind of like their veins area, and you say, okay. And you go very slowly and you say, you know what, we're going to be looking for your card. And you can tell the spectators that you need absolute silence so you can really concentrate. That's just another effect you can do. And you can hold on to their pulse, and you can kind of, like put it over the cards, and you go very slowly, and then you go back to it, and you hover around their card, and you say, you know what, I can feel it. I think this right here is your card, and you slowly kind of just put their finger down in their card, and then you can spread it away. You can say your card was the Ace of Diamonds. So it's a pretty simple trick, and it has a great ending, and it's a really awesome way to connect with your spectators. And so I hope you guys like the trick, and as always, thanks for watching.